Paul, 2 ties, eventually got it done in added time at the end. What did you make of your team tonight? Worthy winners?
Yeah, worthy winners, but we knew no surprise to how tough the game was. The performance was good. The difference is when you take your chances, that's it. So yeah, I know when we look back about how we performed, how we played with and without the ball, it will be a pretty good performance. There'll be a few things, we always find a few things what we want to be better at, but it'll be a good performance. The missing parts was the goals to start with, and then they came at the end, which probably made for a great game for the fans in the stadium and for the fans watching at home.
I imagine you were probably scratching your head at half-time that you weren't ahead with such was the dominance in the first half.
Yeah, and again, like I said, but we have to focus on what we can do. The chances have gone, we have to replicate the performance and try and create even more. And again, I thought as the half got on, we got stronger. We had a real intent and a focus to get the job done in 90 minutes, and I think that shows with the players and obviously the changes to put more, because we had limitations on the bench, to put more midfielders on higher up the pitch and change the shape. And I think probably if you asked Phil, he'd say the same. Neither of us would have wanted extra time. We had to make sure we were the ones that went and won it.
You must be pleased with how it went in added time, though, with your big players really stepping up. Great finishes from both Billy and Sam.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, that be said, we put the game to bed. We have, but there were big moments from those players and all the players early on. The difference was we didn't score, and I say it all the time. You look at Saturday's performance at Rotherham. The bit missing was the final third, and it'll always be that. It's the hardest thing to do, but it's the goals that change games. And probably 3-1's a better reflection of the performance. But yeah, like I said, I know when I watch it back, there'll be so many good things in terms of chances created or opportunities that we got into. But yeah, pleased, and I think again the effort of the players is the standout.
How glad are you that we're not talking about penalties tonight? Because for me, the first one, Anel's pulled in, but it's outside the box. Second one looks like a penalty. Then you should have had one later on, which looks like a blatant handball. On other days, we could be looking back at them.
Listen, we're having to. We've obviously want VAR. We feel like we're getting on the wrong end of a lot of stuff. And it's just another game where we feel like we are.
Ismaila Koulibaly gave him a full debut tonight. Really stood out. Plenty of flicks and tricks. I'd be interested for your views on them. But in terms of
the last one, listen, he can be pleased with his debut. Like first start. Like everyone's happy where he is now. We brought him back. He worked hard pre-season. Obviously, we found this knee injury that flared up, an existing one, and he's had some surgery and come back. Worked very hard again. And then he's got to the point now where he's training every day. He is normal. Medical team happy with him. So it was a great opportunity for him, and I think he's taking it, so he can be pleased. He'll feel like he's a Sheffield United player now.
And a little bit like Daniel Jebberson now, he'll feel that he really is, a first-team player and a real option, because he didn't look, any different to any of the other players on there.
No, and it'd be great to be working with him now, because the bit where you learn is on the pitch, when you're getting shouted at, when you're not getting picked because you don't do something right, and it sounds daft, but it is, and he knows, and we've had this conversation. So he is part of it now. Fight hard to get in the team, to get minutes, and like so you can see where we are with the squad. We want everyone available, so yeah, it's good to get him those minutes under his belt and get him closer to his peak condition.
Credit to Wrexham, pushed you really close over the 2 legs, didn't they?
Yeah, we knew. I think credit to them. We knew what the games were going to be like, and that's why I'm pleased with how we played tonight against a good side. Knew how organised it'd be. Phil's record in cups and his history in cups is top in terms of how he can set his team up to damage big teams. So yeah, I'm really pleased with, and it's credit to them, and it's credit to, I think, our approach and our players' approach, because we would have been rolled over if we hadn't have been, approached either game with the right mentality.
McBurney and Bogle didn't make the squad tonight. Was that injuries or just rested?
Bogues is suspended. He picked up that second booking in the last game. Ollie's calf issue from Saturday, so yeah, he's been working with the physios, but yeah, never even entered my head to use him.
Could he be back for the weekend?
Yeah, that's why we've not used Look, you can see, and it's no disrespect to obviously Marshy, Blaster, Brooksy, but I'm looking round wanting to push and win the game, and I'd be giving a debut to Marshy and bringing on 2 midfielders. So I would have wanted Ollie there, and he would have featured, and he would have got game time. But I don't necessarily think that would have been the right thing to do if he is carrying something. We'll give him the extra couple of days and then get working with him at the end of the week.
And just finally, alongside the excitement of the continued promotion, push is a home tie against Tottenham in the next round. That'll be good to test where you're at, won't it?
Yeah, but it's not. Listen, I've just been told first week in March, is it? First week in March here. Well, we'll deal with that when we come to it. We've got Swansea, we've got Borough, we've got Millwall. That's our week this week, and yeah, we've got a lot of big games before we play them.
Brilliant. Cheers, Paul.
Cheers.